Greetings and welcome back to the Galley of the Sun. Let's get to making that fantastic pizza. First thing we need to do is put together the sauce. Now when I talk ingredients, I'm not going to talk amounts. That's because, dear friends, down below in the description section, you'll find a link. Take you to galleyofthesun.com where you will find the full recipe and about 500 other ones. So check it out. So to make the peppercorn sauce, which is going to be the sauce for this pizza, real simple. We got flour, we got butter, we got heavy cream, we have some beef broth, and some Zatarain's Creole mustard. Love this stuff. Oh, and it's pepper sauce, so some extra coarse pepper. And we'll throw a little bit of salt in there too. So, let's get over to the stove and start making it. So I got myself a little saucepan here. Hell, I got a stove. We're gonna put that on a medium-high heat. We're going to chuck our butter in there and melt it. Once that butter is fully melted, you slowly whisk in your flour. Once that flour is fully incorporated and you got a nice roux, in goes your beef broth. Now I'm going to knock that heat down a little bit, medium-low, and we will whisk in our heavy cream. Now our mustard, our pepper, and a little salt. We will mix that till it's fully incorporated. And I'm happy with the thickness there. It's pretty much a paste right now, definitely not a gravy, but that's gonna work great for our pizza. So I'm gonna set this aside, let that come down to room temperature. If you do it too early, then chuck it in the fridge until you're about half hour from using it, then bring that back out, let it come back up to room temperature. So now on to the onions and mushrooms. Alrighty, sports fans, this part is real easy. Take a stick of butter, melt it, chuck in your mushrooms, chuck in your onions, hit it with some salt and pepper, and saute them. That's all I'm doing. So I ain't gonna spend no more time on that. Next, we'll work on the steak. Now for the steak is real simple. Got myself a nice thick ribeye here. I'm gonna hit it with some rub. It doesn't matter what you use. I'm using Cattleman's Grill Steakhouse. Montreal steak seasoning is always good. The Kansas City steak seasoning if you want a little bit of fire. It's basically Montreal with some red chili flakes in it. But anyway, gonna season this up rather liberally. Then we're gonna go out and put it on the grill. And all I'm trying to do is get a good crust on it. I don't care if it's rare or medium rare because we're gonna slice it up and that's gonna go on the pizza, which goes back in the oven. So it is gonna cook. It's gonna be above rare. So that's fine. All we're trying to do is get a crust. So we'll get that done and then we'll be back and it's time to start constructing that pizza. See you then. So as you saw, we got the steak all grilled up. I did just a simple 1 minute and then flip it, 1 minute and then flip it until I was happy with the crust. Now we're gonna cut that thin and then we will be ready to construct our steak Gorgonzola pizza. I'm happy with the temperature on my Kamado Joe Dojo. So let's start making this pizza. Now, I'm gonna focus on how I put this pizza together. There are a ton of great videos out there that show you how to use a Kamado Joe Dojo. I believe Smokin' Dad Barbecue has some fantastic stuff. I think that's the one I learned from. So if you wanna learn how to use your dojo, that's where you wanna go. This is just about making a delicious Gorgonzola steak pizza. We have fallen in love with Poco Barro's pre-made crust. This stuff is absolutely amazing. Do I know how to make my own crust? I do. Do I want to take an hour and a half to 3 hours to make it when I could just pull it out of the freezer and let it rise and have it ready? Yeah, there we go. So, what you want to do is make sure that your peel has cornmeal on it and you do this jiggle test several times because if you do this and it doesn't jiggle, bad things are going to happen. Trust me, trust me. If you want to look at my Patreon page, blooper reels, they're there. I'm not proud of them, but they happened. Okay, so we got our crust down. Now we're going to put our white sauce down. After it's cooled, it's pretty much a paste, but that's perfect. That's what we want. get that all spread out evenly. Plus, something that'll kill your pizza quick is getting too many toppings on there, or wet toppings that go through the dough, and then your dough sticks to your peel and bad things happen. You don't want that. So I'm happy with the paste. All right, got that done. Hey, the jiggle test worked still. Worked a little too well, and knocked my dough off the peel. So any professional pizza maker or someone who worked part-time at Pizza Hut or Domino's when they were a teenager will tell you that the next thing that goes on is a layer of cheese. It isn't just the top. You got to layer cheese throughout it. This is where your Gorgonzola goes. And it's a good thing I have 3 containers of Gorgonzola, because this is way too blue for blue cheese. So what is Gorgonzola? It's simply a blue cheese from Italy made from unskimmed cow's milk. Now, I don't know how to skim a cow. It sounds very difficult and probably takes a lot of effort, but yeah, unskimmed cow's milk. Okay. We don't want to overpower it, but we want to get enough in there to where you can taste it. That was probably a 1/4 cup or so I put on there. Okay, now goes on our sautéed onions and mushrooms. And then the star of this show, our ribeye. All right, this is our last chance to avert the disaster, so we do another jiggle test. We're still there. Okay. Now goes on our top layer of mozzarella cheese. Resist the urge once you get this on here to push down on your pizza, because that could defeat your jiggle test. You don't want that. You want it jiggly.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go get this cooked up, and then we'll find out from our judge how we did. We'll see you then. All right, our Gorgonzola steak pizza is done. It is 110 outside, and I'm cooking on a pizza oven. I ain't smart, but I'm dedicated. Hey, we're gonna bring in Evelyn now to tell us how we did.
I think it's really good. There's a lot of flavor going on. But it's not like bad that there's a lot of flavor going on. It all mixes very well together, and you don't get like overwhelmed by it so much. But there is a lot of flavor going on, and it tastes great all together.
Okay, and the Gorgonzola cheese, the blue cheese, goes through?
Yes.
Fantastic, but not overpowering.
No, not overpowering.
Yeah, that's why you want to put it on the bottom layer and not on the top. Use the mozzarella. You approve?
I approve.
She approves. All right. Hey, give this a try. Thank you so much for joining us today. And until we see you next time.